All right, Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and while it's often a nice time to see your family and friends, those reunions can sometimes bring up touchy subjects. Religion, politics, dare I say, the vaccine. So what do you do when things get tense? Psychologist Dr. Tracy Alloway joining us this morning. Doc, there is a way, believe it or not, to disagree and do it in peace, right?
Yes, absolutely, Vic. Thanks so much for having me on this morning. One of the first tips that you can use is to imagine yourself as an observer rather than a participant. And this can be a really helpful mindset change to switch your perspective to feeling like you have to respond to everything they're saying, that you have to share your perspective, and almost taking that step back and seeing yourself as an observer. Just you're watching everything unfold in front of you.
So use your ears more than your mouth.
I love that. That's a perfect way to describe it.
What are the topics you should avoid, or should you just not avoid them and talk about them?
I think that really depends on the dynamic of the family situation. One of the big things I talk about with my clients as a licensed psychologist is this idea of radical acceptance. If you do choose to talk about a touchy subject, just like the ones you mentioned earlier, Vic, I would really encourage you to accept that the person you're speaking with may not have or share your perspective. And I think this just change, this understanding can make a big difference. So while you may feel like you want to share your perspective on a particular topic, having that acceptance that they may not feel the same way, they may not even understand or care to understand where you're coming from, can make a big difference. Because if we go into that conversation with the expectation that they should see our perspective, that you want to connect with them with this conversation, that can be very disappointing, frustrating, and even cause a lot of anger.
And Dr. Alloway, here's something that comes up. What if you know for a fact that what they're saying is just not true? How do you bring that touchy subject up?
Such a great question, and also something that we're all thinking about this holiday season. I think here I also suggest to my clients that they think about what is their goal in their conversation. Is their goal to be right, to point out, the kind of facts, as you put it, or is the goal just simply to connect, to be able to enjoy the moment, to enjoy the presence of that person, the aunt, the uncle, the grandmother? And if that's the goal, then again, I would suggest adopting that observer perspective. So kind of weigh the cost to benefit. What is the cost of being right or pointing out a fact or so on versus being able to connect with them, to share an experience with them? Perhaps this is a loved one that you haven't seen in a year or a couple years because of our whole situation. And in that case, it may be even more important to prioritize simply spending time with them than having to correct a particular perspective.
Mm-hmm. And if in doubt, just talk about the food. Dr. Tracy Alloway,
Always.
a psychologist, that's one thing we can agree on. We appreciate your time this morning, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Thanks for having me.